It's 8 p.m. and here are our top stories in 90 seconds. Breaking right now, an arrest warrant is issued for 2 Aurora police officers over use of force. The latest incident happening in an already troubled department.
And the reason why we don't have an answer is because we want to make sure we communicate right, but also make the right decision for all students.
Denver's newest superintendent has a tough task ahead of him before school starts in just weeks.
I'm encouraging all who are eligible to get vaccinated.
Tonight, we sit down with Dr. Alex Marrero about the biggest challenges he currently faces.
We have to have options for our students in terms of how we can get them into the appropriate pathway to make sure that their needs as an academic and a student are met.
As cities across the country reinstate mask mandates, it still remains a possibility in the metro.
We leave everything on the table.
Douglas County is getting serious about starting its own health department.
I imagine that this decision is going to be made in October, November.
So what does that mean for your health and safety?
It's really a comprehensive process to determine what does this look like, what is best for the residents of Douglas County.
Plus, a first-of-its-kind punishment to stop street racing is voted on in the metro. Good Monday evening, and thank you for watching Denver7 News on Local 3. I'm Jessica Porter. We are following breaking news right now. Arrest warrants have been issued for 2 Aurora police officers for their use of force during an arrest Friday. A warrant has been issued for Officer John Halbert for attempted first-degree assault and second-degree assault, among others. A warrant has also been issued for Officer Francine Martinez for duty to intervene and duty to report use of force by a peace officer. Aurora police say this stems from a trespassing call on South Parker Road on Friday. Sources say Officer John Halbert was caught pistol whipping the suspect he was trying to arrest. Police Chief Vanessa Wilson will hold a press conference tomorrow afternoon at 1, where the body camera video will be released. We're gathering more details on this, and we'll have them for you tonight on Denver7 News at 10. You can also find the latest on Denver7 Plus for your streaming device. In 4 weeks, Denver Public Schools will reopen its doors to students, and the new school year is presenting its challenges, COVID being one. But the new superintendent is ready to lead. Denver7's Eddie Guajardo sat down with Dr. Alex Marrero to learn more about how he plans to tackle the school year and get students back on track.
In 1 month, Denver Public Schools will welcome students back. Empty classrooms will once again bustle with life, and a new voice will echo the halls and lead the way.
Hablando se entiende, y si se puede. So, having the conversation, we'll be able to understand and support.
Newly elected superintendent Dr. Alex Marrero, the son of a Cuban father and a Dominican mother,
It was Spanish in the house.
says his upbringing and life experiences
Forced to be a man when I was a boy.
will help him connect with students of all walks of life,
It was educators who saved my life.
understand them culturally, and push them to excel.
No one can tell me that it's not possible, because here's a perfect example, someone who's supposed to be a statistic, and here I am.
DPS is home to more than 90,000 students, and Hispanics make up the largest population. Marrero says, as a former guidance counselor, he's committed to lending an ear and adapting to student needs as he prepares to tackle a new school year plagued with COVID-19 concerns. His priorities?
Accelerating learning, making sure that we have a pulse where our students are and create appropriate benchmarks, making sure that our students are safe and secure. Number 3 is everything that has to do with the equity work that the district has done.
The biggest decision on the agenda, mask or no mask?
It's been the question.
Marrero has been working with health officials and talking to worried parents before finalizing a decision.
It's been a tremendous amount of those who want to be masked universally, and others are saying, please don't do this to my child, or I'm not going to send them in if you do this to my child.
His choice as an assistant superintendent at the City School District of New Rochelle in New York during the height of the pandemic led to a lawsuit.
How do you gain the trust of Denver Public School parents and staff when you're named in a federal lawsuit for allegedly silencing a health director?
I'm willing to defend the decisions we made because I'm very proud of what we've done in New Rochelle.
A school board meeting is set for August. We asked Marrero if he believes Secretary Tay Anderson should attend following an ongoing investigation into claims of alleged sexual assault.
In whatever capacity the board is represented, I'm excited to engage.
Eddie Guajardo, Denver7.
DPS leaders plan to make a decision on masks by the end of this week or early next week. Well, today, Denver Mayor Michael Hancock held his State of the City address. During it, we asked him his thoughts on putting mask orders back in place in Denver.
So we leave everything on the table. The reality is, we have to keep our toolbox flush with options to protect the people. And that's what we did last year, and that's what we'll have to do going forward. My hope and desire is that we don't have to do that going forward.
For now, Hancock is still just encouraging everyone to get vaccinated, but says all options are still on the table. During his State of the City address, Mayor Hancock says the future of the city is bright. His speech hits on several key points, including the economy, homelessness, and violent crime. We have our entire Q&A with Mayor Hancock right now on the denverchannel.com. Douglas County has a plan to leave the TriCounty Health Department and start its own. It's an issue that really heated up during the worst of the pandemic. Denver7's Ivan Rodriguez explains how it might impact you.
Over the course of the last year, the pandemic highlighted the divide between Douglas County and TriCounty Health on issues like mask mandates and stay-at-home orders. Since then, there's been continued conversations at the county level of parting ways with TriCounty Health.
So Douglas County has got a committee that is looking at creating our own health department. I imagine that this decision is going to be made in October, November.
But before any decision is made, there is plenty of research being done behind the scenes.
We have a binder that is about 5 inches thick that our staff has put together about everything that TriCounty does: nutrition, WIC, nursing, environmental health. They are looking at everything that TriCounty offers to decide, what does this look like for Douglas County?
Part of this process involves the creation of a public health advisory committee comprised of 9 residents who will have the chance to shape what public health looks like in Douglas County.
And it's all really part of an effort for us to explore what are the options and opportunities for our citizens with regard to how they receive their public health service, how we address their needs.
This advisory board won't make any policy decisions, but its input could be valuable to commissioners when and if Douglas County leaves TriCounty Health.
It's really a comprehensive process to determine what does this look like, what is best for the residents of Douglas County.
TriCounty Health says conversations with Douglas County have been ongoing. In a statement, they say in part, TriCounty Health is committed to serving the residents and businesses in Douglas County until such decision is made. Seeking community input through this advisory board is an important part of understanding what the community wants and needs in order to achieve optimal health and well-being. Douglas County will remain with TriCounty until at least the end of 2022. This gives commissioners plenty of time to figure out the advantages and disadvantages of having an independent voice. Ivan Rodriguez, Denver7.
Ivan, thank you. One person is still missing after flooding in Poudre Canyon last week. Today, Larimer County Search and Rescue say they recovered another body in the debris. It comes after a man was found yesterday morning. A woman was also found dead last week and has been identified as 59-year-old Patricia Brown. We're working to find out more on the people who were killed. We'll have that for you tonight at 10. A tragic update tonight. A 2-year-old died today after falling from the second story at the town center at Aurora Mall. Police say the boy was being carried by his father while they were riding an escalator yesterday afternoon. Once they got to the top, the boy lunged forward and Dad lost his grip. An investigation is underway, but police say it appears to be a tragic accident. New tonight at 8, Aurora City Council unanimously approved a first-of-its-kind punishment in Colorado for street racers. The new ordinance confiscates the cars involved in a street racing. Under the new plan, a court will contact anyone whose license plate is spotted at street racing meetups. Drivers who are contacted twice will then have their car impounded for a year. But will this approach work? We spoke to a racer who wants to remain anonymous, and he says most drivers don't even use their real license plates when they're street racing in order to not get caught.
That's actually there to race is running a license plate. Everybody has fake Texas license plates or fake Colorado plates. A lot of people will go and they'll go to junkyards and they'll just take old people's plates off of their cars.
This is a 1-year plan. City councilors will review and make tweaks next year.
No one should be treated this way by police officers.
A 75-year-old man tased by Idaho Springs police shares his story.
What happened to me, I don't want to happen to anybody else.
Not a lot of storms out there tonight. I think we'll have a better chance of rain later on this week.
For months, Contact Denver7 has been working to get answers for people duped by a roofing company.
I wanted to talk to you about master-craft exteriors.
I'm not interested in speaking about that.
Tonight, Contact Denver7 has results for people who paid for work that never got done.
Thank goodness there's, someone out there looking out for everybody to take care of this issue.